So I will start with my introduction. Then I will give some brief introduction about DevOps. And then I will try to explain few of the concept in DevOps. And last thing is I will try to explain what we are going to discuss in this training section. Okay. So let me start with my introduction. So I have around 9 years of experience in IT. Not only in DevOps, so I have experience into multi-cloud. I'm more familiar with GCP and AWS and Azure. So where I'm even in cloud also, I'm working as a infra engineer where I'm provisioning the infrastructure using Terraform. And also I'm giving solution to either it is cloud side or DevOps side. I'm more expertise into cloud part. Okay, so there's something about my experience. I'm in one line sentence I can say I'm more familiar with the cloud part. Okay, cloud with DevOps. So in the training, almost 4 years of experience in online training and even offline training. Also have experience. Coming to DevOps. So first we need to understand that what is the DevOps. So DevOps is it is combination of software development and IT operation. But you DevOps guys sitting between development and IT operation. So wherever required, right? Either it is automation part or either it is in CI. I mean CI means continuous integration, continuation testing, and continuation deployment or delivery and continuation monitoring. So these four areas are included in DevOps only. So the DevOps guy should work in all areas. It's not into one area. So earlier, almost 3 or 4 years back, DevOps means only they're going to involving into only CI and CD part. Now we need to involve everywhere. I mean CI, CD, continuous monitoring, continuous testing. So everywhere you have to involve. This is one side, and another side, cloud also you have to be expert. I mean at least one cloud should be expert, either it is in GCP or AWS or Azure. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here, the DevOps guy is sitting between development and operation team, and he's trying to do automation wherever it is required. So what he will achieve if you are as a DevOps guy, what you can do here? I mean, automation part, if you do the automation, then we can get a good product. I mean, we can improve the quality, and here we can involve some agile methodologies also, so that the product which we are developing, we can get a good quality product, as well as a very short period we can achieve what you want. And as I mentioned, right? So the WAPS guy is sitting. I mean, he's trying to wherever gaps are there between development and operation team, right? He will try to sit and trying to fixing those issues. It's not to, as I mentioned. So it's not to single work. So you have to work multiple automation wherever it is required between development and operation team. And now, first, before there's something about DevOps, I'm trying to explain about cloud computing. So cloud computing means the services, right? Computing services, we can get it over the internet. Okay, so these are different types of deployment models are there in cloud computing. One is a public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud. So public cloud means the services, computing services, even other services also, right? We can get over the public internet, that we can treat as a public cloud. Private means so they can maintain own data centers, that we can treat as a private cloud. Hybrid cloud means whoever maintaining the public and private, right? That those persons we can call as the hybrid cloud. Okay, so what I'm trying, I will give more detail about data centers here. First, you need to know the about the data centers. So the data centers, right? Whoever, for example, I want to develop a product. So what things we need? We need first thing is we need a infrastructure, right? For infrastructure only, we need to maintain the data centers. Okay, if it is a large application, they can maintain their own data centers. If they maintain their own data centers, that means those we can call as a private cloud. Public cloud means now GCP, AWS, these are the third party providers. So they are going to providing the services through internet. So we are not going to maintaining the any data centers. So this is easy. Public cloud now people are, we don't need to worry about the infrastructure part, right? If you are maintaining your own data centers, then we have to invest more money as well as we need to take care other things also. But if you use the public cloud, just you can log into their portal and then we can try to provision whatever you need. Either it is the compute engine, I mean VMs or databases or even DNS, everything we can within hours we can try to do it if you use the public cloud. Even we can deploy the application within hours itself if you have a code. But in private cloud it's not like that. A lot of things are included. It will take more time. Even to provision the VMs also it will take more time. Okay, so hybrid cloud means the combination of public and private cloud, right? We can treat as a hybrid cloud. I mean, some people, right? Public cloud is means they are maintaining the data centers, right? I mean, GCP or Azure, or Oracle or AWS, they are maintaining the data center. That is in public place. So everyone, for example, I'm trying to developing one product. You also trying to one product. So both are using same network. So some people may think like that is not a more secure. Then what they can do, whatever secure information, right, they can put it into private cloud, like databases and public cloud. They can put it something is not secure. They can put and they can use both. So whoever is using public and private cloud, right, we can treat as a hybrid cloud. Okay, so what is exact usage? I mean, if you use this, what we can achieve that? I mean, if we use this public cloud, so we can cost optimization is very easy. We can whatever you are going to use it, right? We are going to pay that money only. So we are not going to pay more money. So we can do cost optimization when you use the public cloud. So private cloud is not like that. So it's different case. I mean, we have to pay complete money, right? I mean, we have to maintain your own data centers there. Till now, what I covered, what is the DevOps and what are the things are included in the DevOps. And second, I try to explain that what is the cloud computing, what are the different types of deployment models. Now I will try to explain what are the important services are available in the Google Cloud Computing, right? So in the Google Cloud Computing, we have a lot of services are available. Computing related services also there, even database related databases. I mean, even database also. If you know the database, we have a RDS and I mean relational databases, non-relational databases, BigQuery. A lot of things are there, right? So these, I mean, AI related, Vertex AI is supporting. So lot of services are there. They are providing. But I will try to explain what are the important features are available in the Google Cloud Computing. Okay, so these are, if you know any cloud computing, then I will try to compare with AWS environment. Then you can get some idea whoever knows about AWS. So AWS is something, if you use the AWS as a public cloud, so in the VPC part, right, in the networking part, so you have to create a VPC at one regional level only. In one region, we can create a network, and inside VPC, we can create a subnet within one region only, right? Within the one region only, we can create a VPC and subnet, but not here in GCP. How it is in the, we can create a VPC in multiple regions. It's not into one region. So this is the advantage of to use the some networking related issues, right? It will be resolved here. There is a shared VPC concept also there. So that what it will do, that is also resolve lot of networking related issues. So we can have a network at a centralized place and we can deploy all our application wherever it is required. Okay, this is one advantage I'm trying to explain, but let me show you the what are the important things are there in the GCP. One is the networking part. In the networking part, VPs are there. VPC here also VPC is same name. Even GCP we can say a virtual private cloud. Even AWS also VPC. Azure I mean VNets virtual networks, right? And here also same name. And also firewalls, I mean in AWS we can call security groups, Azure, we can call network security, NSG, network security groups. Here we can call as a firewalls here. And load balancing also there in a similar how we have in AWS and Azure. Okay. So what is VPC here? First thing is what is VPC here? VPC is an isolated network within our GCP environment. So in the data center, right? So we can create it our own virtual isolated network. Okay, that is called the virtual private cloud. And firewalls means this is something if you want to create some ingress and egress, I mean inbound or outbound rules, right? So we can use firewall concept here. And then load balancing is something we can use. We can distribute the load into different VMs, and also it is going to check the health check. Next one is these are all the computing resources. So if you see Google Compute Engine, this is one of the Google Compute Engine means it is similar to VM. I mean in AWS we can call instances here Compute Engine, and in Azure we can say virtual machines. Okay, and this is something we can treat as a infrastructure as a service. So here we are going to provision the VMs, I mean virtual machines. We can create. Suppose I want a Windows machine or Linux machine, so I can try to create a machine. On top of that, we can try to deploy our application. Okay, for example, if it is a Node.js application or Python application or Java application, so what we can do first, we can have a code, then we can try to provision the VM. On top of it, we can deploy our application either it is in web server or wherever it is required. And then second thing is Google App Engine. So this is something we can treat as a platform as a service. So here we are not going to provision the infrastructure. We can directly in the portal itself, right, in the console itself, we can say that suppose I want to deploy for Python application. Just I can go to the Google App Engine in the console, and then I will try to choose the which version I want in Python, and then I will try to deploy our application. It is very easy. I mean, we need to just take care about the deployment part only. I mean, coding part only. So we don't need to worry about the infrastructure part. Okay, and third one is the Google Kubernetes engine. It is also similar to compute engine, but this one we can use to maintaining the containers. Okay, this is very important thing. So I mean, one is the infrastructure as a service. Google Compute Engine we can treat as infrastructure as a service. Even Google Kubernetes engine also we can, I mean, we can treat as infrastructure as a service only. Google App Engine is something we can treat as a platform as a service. And third one is these are all the different types of services, right? So one is infrastructure as a service and platform as a service, and third one is the software as a service. So infrastructure as a service means we need to provision the infrastructure and we need to deploy our application in that VMs or Kubernetes engine. And platform as a service means we need to deploy our application. That's it. We don't need to worry about the infrastructure part. And third one is a software as a service, where software as a service is something we're not going to provision the infrastructure, not deploying any application. We are just using that software like the Google Drive or so the Gmail. So these are developed by the Google and we are just using. So those that we can treat as a software as a service. And then this is something about load balancing. I just gave some diagram how it is this the traffic will be redirecting to the different VMs or nodes, and also health check. The primary concept to use this one load balancing. So here the load balancing part mainly we can use if you have a multiple nodes, right? So it will try to redirecting or distributing the traffic into the multiple nodes. So for example, here I have a 3 nodes. So for example, this node is not ready state. I mean, it is stopped. It is in stopped state. The load balancer automatically the traffic will be redirecting to the other two nodes only. So this will take care by the load balancer itself. The service is available in the Google Cloud Computing load balancing. So here in the load balancer also we have a lot of options are there to use this load balancer. I mean we have different types of load balancers are there in GCP side also. Like we don't have this type of options in other cloud provider. So here regional level we can create a I mean global, first we can say global level we can create the load balancer. I mean that load balancer will be available in anywhere. You can, one is a global level load balancer, and second is a regional load balancer, and third one is even inside, what you can say, let's assume as of now we just need to think only two. One is the global, we'll discuss later about all details, but as of now what you need to think, so two types of load balancers are available here. One is a global load balancer and second one is the regional load balancer. So we don't need to worry about if you see the other in other cloud providers, they are going to maintaining the regional level only, but here global level load balancers also available. Okay, so even inside global level regional load balancer, they are providing different types like internal and external. I mean, something if you want to access this load balancer from the internet, so external load balancer available, and then internal load balancer inside within the VPC itself. If you want to access the application, we have a internal load balancers also there. Again, application load balancers are also there, network load balancers. So same thing. These are already there in other cloud providers. The difference is here global level load balancer is not available in other providers. Okay, and then this is something about containerization. So containerization part here we have the service name is GKE, Google Kubernetes engine. So here the difference is here also there is a concept like multi-cluster. That option is not available in other cloud providers. So this is something we can use useful for to deploying into to deploy as a Kubernetes engine. And then here also two similar, I mean these things are already there. I mean one is something Fargate is there right in AWS, right? It's similar to here also we have a autopilot Kubernetes cluster, and second one is the standard Kubernetes cluster. Two types of Kubernetes clusters they are providing. One is autopilot Kubernetes cluster, and second one is the standard Kubernetes cluster. Autopilot is something they are going to maintaining the, I mean GCP's team itself maintaining the nodes, but whereas standard, so we have to maintain the nodes. I mean upgradation part, even deploying the nodes, we don't need to worry about it. Okay, so these are, if you use the autopilot or whatever standard, the deployment part is very easy, and scaling, self-healing, I mean auto scaling, load balancing, it is very easy when you use this GKE concept. And then Google Cloud Storage. So here also we have a three types similar to AWS or Azure. Here also we have a three types of storage classes are there. One is the standard and nearline and archive. So standard is if you want to, this is something about, I think I need to, before moving to the class types, I will try to explain what is the Google Cloud Storage. So Google Cloud Storage is, this is something we can call as a platform as a service. So the service is providing by, this service is providing by the GCP. We don't need to worry about the infrastructure part. We can directly, if you want to upload any images or videos, or if you have some static code, we can try to deploy in this service. So here we have a three types of storage classes are there. One is standard and nearline and archive. So standard is something we can useful for, it can be useful for frequently accessed, and I mean frequently if you want to access that bucket, then you can use this Google Cloud Storage. Nearline is something you don't want to use daily or monthly once or something, then you can go to the nearline storage. Archive is something for long term plan, yearly once if you want to access it, then you can go to the archive storage. The cost also, there is a cost difference also to use these storage classes. We will discuss more later about this. So this is something about security part also. So security related things. I mean here, even as part of CA or CD, so security should be involved. I mean otherwise our application won't be in more secure, right? One is something, if you deploy the application into what I can say. I mean, as part of CA itself, we need to use some tools to check the code quality, like SonarQube or Snake. So some tools we need to use it for code quality. And second thing is from our end, right? I mean, from containerization, for example, if you deployed your application into, you want to deploying into application into Kubernetes cluster. So we need to scan that images also. So there is a concept like security command center in the GCP. So that is providing to scan if really wants to scan your image. I mean, if you scan that image, that will find the vulnerabilities, errors, and also, for example, if you're not following the best practices, right? For example, if you try to use Docker container with the root user, that is not recommended way. So you have to use your own user. So the lot of other recommendations also. So this is something, some security practices also you have to follow to secure your application. And then, so this, let me try to show any questions here in this GCP part. This I will just give, I just try to explain high level only, but we'll see more later. And now DevOps part, I will try to explain few of the tools which are required. One is something CA tool, CI/CD tools. So CA means continuation and CD means continuation, delivery or deployment. So we have in the market a lot of tools are available. One is something Jenkins, GitHub, and Bitbucket. So these are all the CI/CD tools. So inbuilt earlier, we don't have a CI/CD concept for this GitHub or Bitbucket or GitLab. Now, so they have an inbuilt option. We can write it YAML files, and we can deploy our applications also using GitHub or Bitbucket or GitLab. So Jenkins is completely we can use full. I mean, if you want to use for CI/CD, we can use the Jenkins. Though that is using since long time. But GitHub and Bitbucket, GitLab. So these three tools, I mean, we can use. Usually, people will know about these three tools are related to source code management. Not only source code management now. So the inbuilt feature also available to deploy our application also. So we can use it as a CI/CD tool also. Okay, so next one is some build tools like if it is Java application, we can use Maven or Gradle, and then container tools, containerization tool. So we can use a Docker. Just we can use full Docker. We can use just to create a image, and then we can deploy that image into Kubernetes cluster. Okay, and then some monitoring tools also there. So monitoring tool. So inbuilt. I mean, in cloud itself, they are providing cloud native services even for monitoring or containerization. So monitoring tools, some tools are there. Grafana. So these are all. If you want, we can use it. Even if you don't want, then we can use it in cloud itself. Grafana, Prometheus. Prometheus, and also Datadog. Okay, some other tools also there. Okay, so and also configuration management tool.
Ansible.
Configuration, yeah, Ansible, right. So configuration tools also important. So one is Ansible and Puppet,
Chef, perfect.
Chef. Yes. So these are all the configuration management tool. So these tool, I mean, cloud is we have to familiar one of the. But if you, I think GCP, if you know GCP, then it is most useful for your career. Infrastructure, yes. Okay, so these tools we can use as part of DevOps. Some other tools also there. I mean, for to create a tickets, Jira we can use it. Even for deployments also we can use some other tools, QRC, for CRQ tools and XLRs. Lot of other tools also there, but basic. These are all very important tools to use in DevOps. At least you have to use one of the tool in this list. Is CACD you have to use either Jenkins or GitHub Actions or GitLab YAML or Bitbucket. And build tool, if it is a Java application, we need to use Maven or Gradle. And containerization tools, Docker and Kubernetes we can use in GKE. And monitoring tools, Grafana, Prometheus, Datadog. And the configuration tools, Ansible and Puppet and Terraform. And if you know the some scripting also, right, it will be helpful more. So you have to familiar at least shell script. But if you know the Python script, that is more value to your profile. Okay, so these, I mean, we'll try to cover one of the tool in this list, at least one tool. CI/CD will cover either Jenkins or GitHub Actions. Build tool will try to cover Maven, containerization tool, Docker, Kubernetes, both. Monitoring tool, Grafana and Prometheus, and also cloud native services. Also, cloud native services, as I mentioned, that we will try to explain GCP side compute engine. That is the first one, and VPC, IAM, and cloud, and then GKE. So we will cover all the how to grant access and what type of roles are available. So we'll explain that. Okay. Container registry, I mean container registry, and also we can say artifact registry. Two options are there to store our images. Artifact artifact registry. Okay, so then we'll try to explain about cloud storage bucket, CDN, and then cloud uh, DNS, certificate manager, certificate manager, and also we'll explain cloud run, cloud functions. So if you BigQuery, I mean, this is not in deep level. We'll try to explain intermediate level. Okay, what is the BigQuery? How we can use this one BigQuery also, and also load balancer, auto scaling. So load balancer, auto scaling. These topics I will cover. These services I will cover in GCP side.